Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel Magical World Australia, and today we're reacting to a video titled 15 Facts About Australia. So I want to visit Australia one day, which is why I've made this channel, to react to interesting videos about Australia. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below and I'll be sure to check them out. So let's react to this video and just find out interesting facts about this amazing place. Let's go, guys.
15 things you didn't know about Australia. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. G'day, mate. Welcome to yet another exciting original video presented to you by alux.com. Today we'll be discussing the beautiful land down under, Australia. If there's one thing that Australia is best known for, it's its numerous stereotypes, most of which involve various kinds of slang. It's a well-known fact that Australians take pride in shortening almost every word in the English vocabulary. However, none of these American fables tell the whole truth about this beautiful region. What most people do not know is that by total area, this country is ranked as the 6th largest. It's comprised of the mainland, the Tasmanian Island, and several other tiny islands that surround the entire continent. Sydney is its biggest urban region, while Canberra serves as the country's capital. To the north, Australia is neighboured by East Timor, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, while New Zealand neighbours it to the southeast. Vanuatu and the Solomon Islands neighbour it to the northeast. Dutch explorers discovered this island in the early 1600s, which later opened it up to British settlers, who claimed half of the entire region to the east. Prior to these settlements, Australia was inhabited by Indigenous Aussies, who are believed to have over 200 language groups. By the late 1800s, Australia had already been fully occupied with over 6 different crown colonies established under colonial rule. It wasn't until January of 1901 that all 6 colonies came together, federated, and formed the Commonwealth of Australia. Today, Australia is the world's 13th strongest economy and the 2nd when it comes to the Global Human Development Index. It is also ranked highly in health, civil liberties, education, quality of life, economic freedom, and as a tourist destination. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at alux. Since what most people from the Northern Hemisphere hear about this great land are stereotypical jokes about big knives and didgeridoos, let's take a closer look by examining 15 things you probably didn't know about Australia. Number 1. Progress-oriented. There are 2 endemic creatures featured in the Australian coat of arms. There's an emu, the only bird closest in height to the ostrich, and a kangaroo. Both of these animals can only make forward movements. As such, it's believed that the use of these animals...
Wait, they can only make forward movements, so I can... Actually, now that I think about it, I've never seen a kangaroo go backwards, so that does actually kind of make sense.
As national symbols, signifies progress. It tends to paint the image of a country that is always moving forward, never backward. And this is evident by the tremendous growth the country is experiencing on all fronts, be it education, economic stability, freedoms, and the like. Number 2. Australia is home to 7,000 beaches. Yes, as crazy as it may sound, Australia literally has 7,000 beaches. This is...
So everyone knows Australia is very famous for their amazing beaches, the amazing water, like the amazing views. But 7,000 is a lot. I was not expecting that number. Maybe 1,000 to 2,000. Even that seems a bit high to me.
Due to its unique geographical structure, which includes numerous islands, apart from the mainland itself.
Absolutely beautiful.
And this is what gives Australia the #1 ranking when it comes to tourist-friendly destinations worldwide. Therefore, if surfing, sunbathing, fishing, or beach volleyball is your thing, you'll definitely find Australia to be a very welcoming host. Number 3. It's sparsely populated except for the coasts. Despite having over 700 million square kilometers in space, close to 80% of the country's population resides within 100,000 meters of the coastline. As a matter of fact, all of the major cities have been built along the coast. This is attributed to the fact that a greater chunk of the land is not fit for agriculture due to the water shortage experienced. Much of the expanse is actually covered by dry land and deserts. As a result, inland there are only 2.7 people living per square kilometer. This is a meager figure compared to the UK's 248 people per square kilometer.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the UK, I can say that.
Number 4. The longest fence in the world. The saying, "at it like a rabbit's," holds a lot of weight in Australia. There's a fence believed to stretch for approximately 5,600 kilometers that was originally put in place to prevent rabbits from spreading. Later on, the fence helped keep dingoes from accessing any fertile regions.
That's pretty interesting. I would never know that about the fence.
Longest golf course worldwide.
Or the golf course either.
Still on extremes, Australia is home to the biggest golf course in the world. It's estimated to be 1,368,000 meters in size.
Oof.
So, for all golf lovers, Australia has a whole lot to offer.
I've never played golf before, but I gotta say the course does look absolutely spectacular. I love that kangaroo looking right there. That looks so cool. Very, very cool.
It's also important to note that Australia has the longest railway stretch known to man.
Wow, they have the longest everything, it looks like.
Meters
longest
in
railways,
length.
golf course, fences.
Number 6. Australia moves 6 centimeters to the north annually. Research shows that the continental plate is gradually moving towards the equator, with the west coast moving faster than the east coast. Every 15 million years, the plate moves a half a degree. It might seem like a minute figure, but it greatly affects GPS readings. Number 7. Bob Hawke, Australia's beer minister. No one has served longer as Australia's Prime Minister than Bob Hawke. However, his fame came to be 30 years prior to his election after he broke a Guinness World Record by drinking 2.5 pints of beer in 12 seconds. To a great extent, his election into office was greatly influenced by this, since the majority of those that voted for him were the beer-drinking population.
That's so funny that the Prime Minister of Australia had a beer drinking record. I'm sorry. That is so funny to me, man. But he seems like a cool guy. Obviously, I don't know anything about him. So let me know if you guys like him or not, because he seems like a friendly guy from the looks.
Number 8. Foster's is not the Australian drink of choice.
Huge.
Aussies definitely drink a whole lot of beer. However, contrary to popular belief, Foster's is not among the popular beer brands in the country. The beer preference here varies depending on the geographical location.
Okay, this should
For
be
instance,
interesting.
Cooper's is a very popular choice in
never
southern
seen
Australia,
Cooper's.
as well as Adelaide, whereas 4X Gold is more popular in
I've seen that
Queensland.
before, 4X Gold, but I've never seen Cooper's.
Number 9. The second Greece. Australia, and specifically Melbourne, is home to the largest Greek population.
Oh, okay,
that
that's
is,
pretty cool.
after Greece. There are great Greek sites to visit, such as the Hellenic Museum and the Hellenic Foundation for Culture Center. Number 10. Rarest animal species.
Look how cute it looks.
A while ago, we ranked some of the rarest species in the world. Australia is home to some of these animals, examples being the bilbies, koalas, quokkas, and wombats. It is said that millions of years ago, Australia helped form the Great Gondwana continent. Most of these rare species adapted to life in Australia after the continent broke away. Number 11. Watch out for the box jellyfish. Most people believe that crocodiles, drop bears, funnel web spiders, or sharks are the most dangerous animals in Australia. However, the box jellyfish is responsible for more fatalities than all of these 4 species combined. It's because of this that authorities insist that tourists should never wade into the Australian waters without a guide.
Damn, I need to be careful about the box jellyfish, because obviously you're on the lookout for sharks if you go in the water. I would say the sharks are the main thing. But box jellyfish, obviously you're going to be, you don't want to get stung by a jellyfish, but that many fatalities, that needs to be a priority, obviously, to look out for.
Number 12. Highest number of natural World Heritage Sites.
That's really cool as well.
The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, has listed several World Heritage Sites in Australia. However, only 4 of them are not natural heritage sites. The 4 include Carlton Gardens, Sydney Opera House, Royal Exhibition Building, and Australian convict sites. Number 13. Australia is almost equal in size to the USA.
I didn't know it was that big because America's
Most people
huge.
assume that Australia is a very small country.
I wouldn't say
small. The truth of the matter is that it's only smaller than the US by approximately 7.7 square kilometers. Its only issue is the fact it has a small population. However, it covers a very huge expanse, but more or less similar in size to the United States. Number 14. They have some of the weirdest laws on Earth. Australia has some of the strangest rules. For instance, it's a requirement that taxicabs carry 1 bale of hay in the trunk. Why? Nobody knows, but rules are rules.
Do taxi drivers actually do that? Have hay in the bag? And does that apply to Ubers as well, or is it just taxi drivers? Because that's kind of weird.
And another weird rule is that in Victoria, it's illegal to don pink hot pants on a Sunday afternoon. Another notable law is that under the Offences Act of 1966, it's illegal for anyone to be heard singing aloud any song deemed as obscene. That means it's illegal to sing along to 70% of rap music known to man in Australia. It's even illegal to leave one's car key in the ignition of an unattended vehicle. Safety first, right?
I mean, you shouldn't do that, but I'm surprised it's illegal, though.
Number 15.
Oh, Hugh Jackman. I learned about him in the other video being Australian.
Little known by many is that Australia has produced a great number of Hollywood celebrities. Popular actors such as Hugh Jackman, Mel Gibson, Rebel Wilson, Lima and Chris Hemsworth, and Nicole Kidman. This list is endless.
Iggy, obviously.
Additionally, the bootylicious rapper Iggy Azalea also hails from this unique country. Clearly, Australia is not short of talent or wealth. And now that you've learned some more about this country, we'd like to know, would you choose Australia as your ideal tourist destination?
Yeah, Australia's definitely up there for me, man. I definitely have to go there one day.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Definitely one of the best tourist
destinations. And thanks for sticking around. Here's a bonus fact just for you. The legendary Matrix franchise films were shot in Australia. This includes The Matrix, Matrix Revolution, and The Matrix Reloaded, all of which feature household names such as Keanu Reeves, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Monica Bellucci. Other notable films shot in Australia include Halle Berry's Catwoman, Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, and Denzel Washington's Training Day.
I just assumed those films were shot in America, to be fair.
Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video.
Okay, so that video is really, really good. I learned a lot of stuff about Australia. Obviously, be careful with the box jellyfish. I learned a lot of stuff, just very interesting facts about the longest fence, the longest golf course, and about the animals as well. It's a very interesting video. So like I said in my previous video, I want to visit Australia one day. So I'm going to keep reacting to stuff. I'm going to keep learning, and I'm never going to quit, guys. I'm going to visit Australia one day. So if you guys want more reaction videos just like this, drop a like on the video and please subscribe to the channel. It'd really mean a lot to me. I'll see you guys in the next video.